Coach Erica here. I'm so excited. We are in day 2, working on our meal planning and prepping, focusing on breakfast if that's your meal, or maybe it's dinner, maybe it's snacks. But we are into day 2, and today I'm going to give you a focus and actually go through, demonstrate what it might look like on myfitnesspal. So I'll share my screen and we'll go through that. But we'll start with the quote from Dr. Joel Fuhrman: "Food is really and truly the most effective medicine." All right. So there's so much. People often ask me about different supplements and putting those into your diet. And honestly, I'm not really either for or against them. It kind of depends on you and your lifestyle, where you are at. All right. Definitely, if you're not getting enough protein in your diet, I definitely think in the beginning, if that helps you reach your goals, definitely use those protein powders or whatever that looks like for you. But ultimately, long term, my goal is always for you to be able to do anything that you need to with your goals, with your macro goals. I want you to be able to reach that with actual food and know what to do when you are eating out, when you're on vacation, wherever you might be. And it just takes some planning. So we'll kind of dive into that. So the biggest thing that yesterday we talked about mind shift. So taking the negative thoughts away from meal prepping or planning and really taking it on as this is part of your schedule. Maybe it's part of your morning routine. Sorry, that ring light's driving me crazy. Maybe but my eyes were hurting too. So maybe it's a part of your morning routine, maybe it's part of your evening routine, whatever that looks like. So what I want you to do is try to pick a day. I know some of you guys had said that your schedule's a little crazy, and I get it. It might not be the same day every week. If you can do that, that's going to be ideal. But let's say your day and your schedule is really different all the time, and it's still summertime. We're not really in um, a set routine or schedule. Maybe you still got the kids at home. They're not in as many activities, or maybe they are in a lot of activities. That could look different for everyone, right? So pick a day to plan. If you can make that every Monday, every Wednesday, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you can't. Maybe you have to pick, okay, this week it's going to be Tuesday, next week it's going to be Wednesday. Then we're going to go, and you can roll it. If you roll it into days instead of planning, it's easier to do a week at a time than it is like 2 weeks or 10 days, right? You want to be able to plan as much as you can and know that things might not go perfect, but you have a plan in place that's going to work for you, for the family. And you can even, if you guys are doing this challenge with me, you registered for this free challenge, I sent you over a tracker, a meal planner tracker. So print that out, and I want you to work on it. I'll give you the action item by the end of this video, but I want you to work on that. But I do want you to print it out. I also emailed you a separate, there's recipes, you can look those up. But that's the first thing we're going to go into. So after you pick a day to plan, what that day, okay, you might say, great, I have a day to plan. What does that even look like, right? So you could start with getting some inspiration. Maybe you're looking for something that the whole family likes. Maybe this is something you invite your kids if they're old enough to do with you. You invite your spouse to kind of look through recipes with you. You can go on Pinterest. You can go, I think myfitnesspal even has some. But I also sent you, if you are registered and a part of this challenge, I sent you some recipes to look through. So what I want you to do before you get overwhelmed, I want you to look through, and I only want you to pick out 2 or 3. If you wanted to pick out 3, you can. But remember, we're only picking out one meal to really track on and make sure that's balanced for next week. Now, if you're in a program with me and you've been tracking your food and you're ready to do more than one meal, maybe you're ready to do, you need help on your snacks. You're tracking all your snacks and planning out all your snacks. Or maybe it's you pick two, depending on where you are in the program. If you're on my paid program, you can pick more than just the one and talk to me if you have questions on that. Just reach out and ask me. All right. So, look at recipes though, get inspired. Then take an inventory, and I'm going to come back to the recipes because that's where I'm actually going to show you while you're picking those. That might take a little bit of extra time if you are trying to balance your meals, right? So you're going to go into MyFitnessPal and balance those out before you buy the groceries and all that stuff. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go through two more steps before um, I share that screen with you and show you how to go through that. Okay. So, um, taking an inventory on what you already have, there's no need to waste the food that you've got. What you've got and what you've been eating is great. We need to eat that food and not waste it, right? Um, not telling you to like overstuff yourself. You get what I mean. All right. So, do you have rice? Do you have potatoes? Do you have what do you have in your pantry? And what do you have in your refrigerator? Go ahead and clean out your refrigerator. Get it ready for the day that you bring home all your groceries. That way, you can get everything prepped and put it in the refrigerator. But clean that out as you're taking inventory. See what you have. Do you have eggs? Do you have milk? Do you have things that you would use to cook certain meals with? And you could even see like, so something I'm thinking of is like the roasted tomatoes. I always make a big batch of chicken and I put it in the Instant Pot. I make salsa chicken. It's an easy protein to have on hand. Okay. So look through and see what you have on hand. And then that could even inspire some of your recipes. So I'm gonna go ahead and share let's see, let me share my screen here and I'm gonna go over to MyFitnessPal. Actually, I don't know if I can. Yeah, I'll go over there because I'm not sure if I can switch back and forth. Okay, so I'm over in MyFitnessPal. Let me make my screen a little bit bigger. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to my food. Actually, oh my goodness, it's gonna have me log in. So I'm gonna go ahead and log in. Hopefully it will let me. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me get out of so I don't give you guys my password to Facebook. I'm gonna go over here. Hold on one second. Okay, I got logged in. So weird. All right, guys, sorry about that. Hopefully you are still with me. Um, maybe I'm driving home or to work with you on your commute. All right, so right here, I am going to go to recipes. And this is where you can actually import a recipe or you can add it manually. So this is one I just recently added. And I really like to use recipes as guidelines and then I can edit them. So on this one that I made, I'm going to open it up so you guys can see it. That's one I made for breakfast. And this was a recipe that I found off of Pinterest. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to edit this because the reason why I wanted to see if I could make it with a little less fat to help meet my personal macros. All right, so I'm going to see right here, I'm going to replace this with applesauce. Let's see. Applesauce. That was half a cup. I'm going to put a whole cup in and see. what that looks like. So that changed it to 5. It was 9 grams of fat. So that's 5 instead. So that gives me an extra 4 grams. So I actually like that better. Um, that way I can have some more things later in the day that might have fat in it. Um, let's see. But I want to show you how to do that as well, how to create a recipe. So let's say that, let me see how much time I've been going. 10 minutes. I'm going to try to wrap this up in the next 5 minutes. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and enter old recipe, use a recipe calculator. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Right here, that looks like you can just do a recipe. I'm going to put in, let's see. I'm going to come over here. I don't know if you guys can see the screen. Nope, it's still on the screen. So I'm going to pick a recipe over here from the recipes I sent over. Well, is it letting me open it? Let me see. Let's see if I can switch over to a screen. Okay, so if you are a part of this challenge, you should have gotten this recipe guide inside your email yesterday. Okay, so here we are, and I'm just gonna pick one that has not a ton of ingredients because I'm going to, but you've got it broken down. So you should be able to see this right here. And I'm gonna go ahead, since we are focusing on breakfast, I'm gonna pick breakfast. And I'm gonna go with, let's see, yogurt parfait looks pretty tasty. Let me just zoom in right here, see what's in that. Yogurt, that's got coconut yogurt. I definitely love that out. So does this one. But it's only got 4 little ingredients. So I'm going to, and really just use this to get inspired. So I'm going to put Greek yogurt in here. Strawberries. Blueberries. And maple syrup. Okay, so let's say that I am making this, and that's super simple, guys. It's super simple, right? I'm gonna go over to my MyFitnessPal. So let me stop this and restart it. Share. Okay, so I'm gonna call this, I don't remember what the name of it was. Goodness gracious. Let's see. Fresh berry breakfast bowl. Okay, and it's for 1 serving. You could definitely edit it. And then I'm going to, let's see. And I did not write down how much fruit was in it. Let's see, it's half a cup, half a cup. So right here, all right, I'm gonna do this because on my phone it does not look the same. Okay, this is what I'm used to seeing. Um, I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna put one right here. And honestly, if I were making this, I would be making like a bulk of it. Let's see, this is yogurt, so it's a little bit different, but still, um, whenever I'm making like a big recipe, that's what I do. So add ingredient right here. So I'm gonna put in Greek yogurt, and I'll actually do I'll do I'll do this too, so you can see why I would do that. Coconut Greek yogurt. Okay, that's coconut yogurt. So that's 1 cup because this is gonna be super carb filled. Let's see, strawberries. Right here, and that's 1/2 cup. Perfect. Okay, and then maple syrup. So if you do this from your desktop, you're able to see the breakdown right here. So you've got 33 carbs, which is great for breakfast, but low fat, and protein is very low. So that's where I would, as a knowing your goals, like we want to keep this a little bit more balanced. So we need protein, at least 20 grams of protein for breakfast. So you could easily swap this out. If you have a dairy intolerance, you could leave it and we could add a different option. I would probably add like a collagen powder to it if you did not want to do the Greek yogurt. So I'm going to put this right here. Oh my goodness, what did I do? Right here. Okay, so I'm just going to go with the Kirkland Greek yogurt. 6 ounces. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Chobani watermelon Greek yogurt. Maybe I should spell yogurt right. Here we go. Plain Greek yogurt. 6 ounces. We'll just go with the 6 ounces. That's like a serving size right there. Okay, so it's 18 grams of protein. Definitely good. And what I could do from here, I'm going to take this one out. So we are at 20 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, 40 carbs. That's good. All right. We want to keep a good balance. Your carbs, you want around 40, 50, depending on what your macro goals are for the day, but you want to get those carbs knocked out in the morning anyway. You want to at least get your protein in there. You could also add in some chia seeds just for fun and to add fiber, of course, and probably 1 teaspoon is plenty. You could even do less. So right here, you didn't add much except just some fiber, which you want about 6, 7 grams of fiber per meal. So you're really good right here. If you wanted to dress it up more, you could definitely add in granola. And let's say your protein's pretty high, so let's go ahead and add in some protein granola. Like if you're trying to reach a high number of protein, so 1/2 cup. I'm gonna say a quarter cup, especially if your stomach is sensitive to breakfast. So now you've got 26 grams of protein, lots of carbs, lots of energy. So we're right here between 40, 60 grams of carbs, and we've got 8 grams of fat. You want to try to stay around 10-ish. It depends on what your goals are too, but you could go ahead and save this meal. Dairy breakfast. So I could go ahead and save that and log it. But you could go ahead and save it. Like if you know, hey, that's a recipe I'm going to try. I'm going to feed my family, whatever that looks like to you. Then you just go ahead. You can log it right here into whatever day you want to. So we're planning for next week, remember? So I'm going to go ahead and put it in for Monday. I can put it in whatever snack I want to and however many servings I need. All right, but it's in my MyFitnessPal. It's planned. It's ready for me. I'm doing the hard work now. That way I do not have to do it later on. Okay. But that is the thing. So I want you to pick out 3 breakfasts. Remember, we're going to focus on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like I said, if you're already in my program, my paid program, and you are ready to kick it up a notch, maybe plan 2 meals. Maybe you still have been stubborn and you haven't planned any major meals yet, like meaning the whole day or something. You're kind of going, you've been able to work it in. But I want you to plan at least 3 meals, okay, at minimum 3 meals. And this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not talking about all in one day. So if that's breakfast is hard, like if you skip breakfast, if you skip snacks, if you skip dinners, whatever that is, go ahead and plan those meals. Pick out a meal off of from the recipes I sent or from Pinterest, wherever. If you notice the protein is low, and you need to make some subs, that's where you can go in, like use the recipe as a guideline and go ahead and enter it. And that's why I say only pick 3. You don't want to do more than 3. That's kind of a lot to pile into a busy week already, especially if you're having to cook it like it's a recipe that's got lots of little things in it. Okay, the simpler you can do it, the better it will be. Okay, so get your recipes in line. Go ahead and use that tracker that I emailed over to you. Okay, if you are registered for this challenge, and I'll put the link up here if you need to register again, that way you don't miss any of the tools that I'm giving out for this. Print out your meal planner and go ahead and put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I want you to have at least 1 meal planned. That's your action step for today. Once you do it, I want you to take a picture of it and put it in the comments. Accountability right here. Okay. And it will help inspire some other women in here to get theirs in line. And we went over to 24 minutes today. I apologize. But go ahead and drop your pictures in the comments. Once you get it done, you've got all day to do this. But hopefully this gets you going in the right direction. And we're taking action today on planning for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, pick 1 meal. Pick 1 meal. All right. And go ahead and plan for it. Print out your tracker. I want to see it by the end of today. I want to see those meals planned. 3 days, 3 meals. Plan them out. Make sure you have them planned in your plan them out in your MyFitnessPal as well. Okay. It's important to make sure you have at least 20 grams at minimum of protein. Okay. Carbs can be anywhere from 30 to 60. And then fats, you want to keep around 10. If you don't have your macros set, that's a good range to stay around. And depending on what your macro goals are, it's going to be a little bit different for everyone. But if you don't know your goals and you need help with that on picking your macro goals, just shoot me a message. That's something we can talk about on a deeper level. But if you do have your macro goals already, you're part of my program. This will help you. You just got to get everything in line and take the time now to put the recipes in so you have them later. And then all you have to do is plug in, go. All right. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will be back tomorrow with some more. So y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Love you guys. Bye.